Hello, we are here at the Tanker Shipping and Trade Conference in London. It's October 2024 and we've had some very interesting sessions this afternoon. I'm here with Frederick Bouthillier from Vertis Environment Finance. Frederick and I have spoken quite often recently ahead of the conference, but you were asked some challenging questions on the panel. If you want to just go through those and what your answers were.
Yes.
But first, before doing that, just introduce yourself and the company and what the company does and what your role is.
Thank you very much, and always nice to catch up with you, Greg, and the Riviera team. And I have to admit, clearly a cheerful thank for having me on board and as a panelist. And congratulations to the team, because you are doing a fantastic job gathering all these people from the industry. Well done again. Yes, indeed, it was an interesting panel discussion. Basically, my name is Frederick Bouthillier. You mentioned it already. I'm working for Vertis Environment Finance. We are a MiFID II regulated company, which means that we are kind of regulated as a bank. We are trading EUAs, which is the financial regulated product which needs to be purchased in order to comply under the EU ETS. Basically we are part of the STX Group, which is focusing more on the voluntary carbon market and also the alternative marine fuels. So no, indeed, interesting panel discussions. One of the questions was obviously on how do you see the decarbonisation going on with the shipping, and obviously it's decarbonization in shipping is basically three major regulated regulated and it's basically the IMO first, secondly EU ETS, and thirdly FuelEU. And clearly things are moving well for the EU ETS, which was implemented January 1st, 2024. We are clearly now very active. Owners have reacted well, organized themselves in the most orderly and efficient way to procure the EUAs they need to purchase in order to comply by September 2025. So that on that front, everything is going well. The FuelEU, which is the third carbon-related regulation, is going to be implemented as from January 2025. So it's really around the corner. It's quite a challenging regulation, to be honest, and it's I think a lot of stakeholders were more challenged than by the FuelEU compared to the EU ETS. But what we are trying to do, and as far as we are concerned, as a company and as a group with STX, is because we believe that in order to comply with FuelEU during the first 5 years phase, which is between 2025 and 2030, you will need to reduce your GHG by only 2%, which is quite modest, to be honest. And actually, if you bunker bio B24 or B30, you will certainly be over complying with FuelEU. So what we are trying, and this is what we believe, is that the pooling mechanism will be more efficient to comply under the FuelEU. So what we're going to do is STX is bunkering bio-LNG on big ships, and under the pooling agreement, what we are trying to put together is vessels that are in surplus vis-à-vis the FuelEU regulation, together with vessels that are basically underperforming under the FuelEU, to aggregate.
So this will bring a value to the market, to shipping overall.
Exactly. That's what we are trying to work on together with STX, our mother company, Vertis, and one of the major technical managers, because actually the compliant entity under the FuelEU is not the ship owner, but it's the basically the technical manager. So that's also, it's a big difference with the EU ETS regulation.
Okay, well, thank you very much for that, and good luck with that as well. I think that sounds like what the market wants.
Yeah, thank you very much again for having me.